Okay, so I have a huge event coming up this weekend, which is a Avengers themed birthday party in Las Vegas. We live in California, so we're gonna be driving down. It is a big deal because this is a really high profile client who spends a lot of money on their birthday parties. They wanted two very large, very expensive, very cool costumes that we do not own, which are Hulk and Iron Man. So by the time this client committed to book, it was only 3 weeks before the event. There was absolutely no way I would be able to build these in time. So I had to buy them from a supplier. So I want to make that very clear from the beginning. I did not make these, but they just arrived, which I'm thrilled because it is Wednesday right now. We drive out to Las Vegas on Friday morning. I have not unboxed them yet, and I'm ready to do so for all of you. So let's unbox these costumes and pray that they are good. I'm honestly like so nervous. The Hulk came in 2 boxes this size, and I feel like, how does it fit in here? Oh, okay. These are his pants. Good fabrication. Looks like a mascot to me. Great. These look like feet. So he told me it's made from upholstery foam. Yeah, that's literally what it is. Like, you can see inside that it is upholstery foam covered in latex and then painted. Okay, that is one whole box. Feet, pants, and head. So in theory, this should be his entire body and hands. It does appear to be body. Okay. I mean, I'm impressed with how they condensed this into a box. There's a slit in the back so that you can get into it, I see. But I think I should just suit up. Okay, now, feet. I'm going to look so silly. Who needs knees? Or ankles? It's a 2-man job. Whoa. The moment we've all been waiting for. Going to need help. I'm in. It's cool. Okay, now head. All right, well, I guess I had reason to be nervous. There's a lot more to do on that Hulk costume than I was hoping for. I mean, overall, it does look like the pictures. I think the maker did a really great job in terms of aesthetics. Honestly, if I had more time, it would be fine. I think I'm really stressed because I have about 36 hours before we leave for this event, but I'm gonna do it. So here's what I have to do. After I put on this suit, I put it on the model who's going to be wearing the costume at the event, and both of us had the same problem, which is that our hips, like our womanly figures, we just did not fit. So that slit in the back is really open. Now, I'm not sure if that is intended and that's why the slit is there to begin with, but it is simply not big enough. And because of the way the costume's built, you have to like go in and then, I like hurt my neck doing it, just like trying to get in. But you basically have to like get your little bird arms into the costume. Is impractical. So while she was in it, I cut a bigger slit, the Persona blade, up the back. And now it leaves a big triangle, which I'm going to fill in with more upholstery foam. Now the problem is, I've never worked with latex before. I think I have some liquid latex, but honestly, I don't even know if that's the kind of latex that was used for this costume. I have zero experience with latex, but figure out how to blend that into the rest of the body. Now, because I cut that slit in the back, now instead of sitting here, it's sitting further down on the shoulders because it's not getting caught on the hips, which makes the neckline show a lot more, and so there's a gap between the latex mask and the body, so I have to bridge that gap somehow. So I need to add some padding to the shoulders so that it sits up higher, so I have to fix that problem. Third problem is this head. It's just a floppy latex mask. It has no shape when it's on the human, so I definitely need to build it out with foam inside so that it holds its shape. And then lastly, it is, I think, probably a safety concern that you have no control over your feet. I have seen in the past mascot feet built out so that you put actually like a slide type slipper or shoe and you build it into the foot so that your foot slides into that sandal and that keeps your foot in place inside the shoe, and then you have a lot more control over your feet. The other reason, because they're having so much trouble with their feet, they're looking down and moving their head around a lot, which is causing an even bigger problem with the separation between the body and the mask. So those two in conjunction are making for a janky looking costume right now. And I'm feeling stressed with time constraints, but we're gonna do it. We always do. So those are the fixes I'm gonna do. Let's get to work. All right, so I attached these straps to the Hulk pants so that it should keep the pants up. Let's try them on. Works pretty well. I think I'll make something that like holds it here and also holds it here. I found these handy dandy little doodads, which is like fuzzy Velcro on one side and sticky Velcro on the other side. So, ta-da! Great. What I'm gonna try to do now is build out these fingers so they're not so squashed. Inside the head was just polyfill, so I'm gonna try to just stuff some polyfill. Going in with a paintbrush will not be greased. They look better. What I'm actually thinking is if I take some upholstery foam and I make a strip of it that goes all the way around the head that has wire in it, I'm thinking, okay, so you see here, you breathe here, so either it could be here, like around here, or between the eyes and the nose so that you're not blocking any of these holes. Maybe we even need a couple of them, like up here, here, and here. So I'm gonna just measure our circumference here so I can cut some strips of foam and wire. So I ended up actually blocking the nose holes, which is what I was trying to avoid, but that positioning works the best. And then I'm gonna make one more to go inside here as a halo. Really hoping hot glue doesn't melt it. Do that. Okay, this worked really well, but this side of the face keeps caving in, which is why I wanted to put another strip here. But I think what I'm gonna try first is just putting some Velcro here, building out one vertical strip going this way. So, cut the slit in the back of the Hulk so that it could fit down over my hips, which is working. I'll have to fill in that slit with some sort of foam or triangle or something. I haven't figured that out yet. I cut this triangle to fit in here. So I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to get the triangle of foam that I need to glue into the back of the Hulk to be the same like texture as the rest of the body. So I've called my friend and we brainstormed. What she has recommended to me is barge to seal the cells of the open cell upholstery foam, and then liquid latex on top of the barge, and then paint like a PAX paint, which is Prozade mixed with acrylic paint on top of that. And that should hopefully give me generally the same texture across the back. Looks like now that I've added different colors and different dimensions to help it blend in with the rest of the body. Okay, these shoulder pieces are done and sculpted, so I just need to attach them to the shirt. Here is the shirt that I found. Not the perfect color, but it's the best I can do right now. And then I attached this Velcro to the shirt, and I attached Velcro to the inside of this head. Now my last step is just to attach these shoulder pieces to the actual shirt. Things that I have to do is build out these feet. I'm gonna take these slides that I got at like Five Below, put some barge on the bottom of them, and then put my foot into the slide, put it down into the shoe, being careful like as I navigate it to not get barge on the sides as much as possible, and then just stand on it until it solidifies. And then this slide should keep your foot in place so that you can navigate the shoes. Let's see if this works.
20 minutes later.
Okay, that did not work. Stage 2. What I think I'm gonna try now is taking a piece of fabric, like I'll put more barge here, but I'll also put barge on the fabric to hold down the shoe. Let me go put the fabric on the shoe and then I'll show you what I mean. I have to maneuver inside this hole that's like really far down. So I'm also gonna go change into a shirt that I don't care about because I'm probably gonna get barge on myself. Okay, these are done. Okay, my leg's in it. I had to take off my pants because otherwise I'm gonna get barge all over me. They're in. In reaching down in here, I got contact cement all on the shirt. As I said, I was gonna put on a short sleeve shirt, which I did, but why I put on a brand new shirt, I don't know. So let's please have a moment of silence for my shirt. All right, with that, this costume is complete. We're gonna load up the car, head to Las Vegas, and once we're there and have a little bit more breathing room, I will do a suit up in Hulk, and I'll see you in the final result.
is me. But I have a confession to make. It is actually me from the future. I actually made this project about 9 months ago. As you heard me say in the intro video, there was actually 2 costumes that I had to fix in less than 48 hours. And that was the Hulk, which you just watched, and Iron Man. Well, for as much as I had to do to make Hulk usable and functional, Iron Man was so much worse. So after I finished that event, I was so stressed and frustrated that I put those 2 costumes in storage and have not thought about them since. But I'm finally coming out of my cocoon and I'm ready to talk about it. And if you want to see how I fix the Iron Man costume, take a look at my next video. But in terms of the Hulk, I think he's a pretty epic costume and I'm really happy with how he turned out. As a performer, it is pretty hard to see and breathe, but who needs those things, right? I do really wish that they had made this rubber neck longer so that it could tuck into the body of the costume, because as a performer, when you're trying to animate in the costume, it really does feel like you don't have a lot of neck mobility or risk exposing the shirt or your skin, so it does feel pretty limiting. So I wish that I was able to fix this problem completely, but I would say I was able to fix it like 60% of the way. And I really don't know whose body they thought would fit into this Hulk costume before I inserted this panel into it. Like, I guess you just have to be super skinny with 0 hips. I don't know, it seems really limiting to me. But I'm very thankful that I was able to insert this triangular panel and that it blends so nicely with the rest of the body. Very thankful for that. The last issue that I had when suiting up in the Hulk was the shoulder pieces and the Velcro on this shirt. Even with the triangular panel inserted into the back of Hulk, it's still pretty squishy in there. So if you put on the shirt with the shoulders already attached to this Velcro, the upholstery foam of the shoulder is rubbing against the upholstery foam of the body, and it's like so hard to get your body inside. So then I thought, okay, no worries, I'll just put on this shirt, wiggle my way into the costume, and put on the shoulders after. Yeah, here's what happened to my hair.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the
The original costume that arrived is very aesthetically pleasing, is very cool. I think that the workmanship is very good overall. So I'm going to link to them in the description of this video. Please check them out and support their work. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.